Judge has ruled that former Obama officials Susan Rice and Ben Rhodes must answer a conservative watchdog's written questions under oath about the Benghazi terror attacks. Judicial Watch is investigating whether the 2012 terror attacks were a factor in, quote, keeping Mrs. Clinton's email secret, end quote. A post-discovery hearing will be held at a later date to determine whether Hillary Clinton and her former chief of staff, Cheryl Mills, may also be deposed. Fox News has reached out to everyone mentioned here for comment, but so far we've had no response. Joining me now is Tom Fitton, the president of Judicial Watch. Tom, good to see you. You pressed for this with what kinds of questions?
Well, you know, the court has these questions. The court raised last month in his discovery ruling, granting us the ability to engage in discovery and come up with a plan. He raised the question. He said, is the Benghazi scandal a motivator, one of the motivations that the State Department had in being unwilling to search the Clinton emails? And was it one of the reasons Hillary Clinton kept her emails secret? And he wants to know if there's a connection between the two. So we're going to be able to ask questions about what the State Department knew about Benghazi, documents that were generated, and other matters. And frankly, over the objections of the State Department and the Justice Department, by the way, they didn't want to answer any more questions on Benghazi.
All right.
This Justice Department and State Department. So it's a big ruling in that regard.
Talk to me about the pushback on that. I mean, is that something that's kind of traditional in form, that a case is closed with them, or this is not the case and they're pushing back for other reasons that you can estimate?
This is a deep state approach. You know, I hate to tie it to the Russia scandal, but this is typical out of the Justice Department. Defend Hillary Clinton while targeting President Trump. And you see it in the civil litigation. The judge was upset that perhaps his court was hoodwinked by the Justice Department and State Department. He was upset this Justice Department was defending what went on during the Obama administration with the gamesmanship with the Clinton emails, and he wants answers. And that's why not only we're going to be able to send written questions out, but also depose key officials about the Clinton email issue, including Mrs. Clinton's personal lawyer, Heather Samuelson.
You know, when people hear those words, deep state, sometimes their eyes glaze over and they think, well, that's the answer to everything that you can't get your hands on. In this particular case, though, I want to point out that you have singled out Susan Rice and Ben Rhodes. And so if you could just remind everybody kind of why those two people would be important. And then I want to talk about the Americans we lost.
Well, Susan Rice was the UN ambassador for President Obama, who went on 5 Sunday morning talk shows and spread falsehoods about the reason for the Benghazi attack, suggesting it was a spontaneous protest in response to an internet video when in fact it was an al-Qaeda attack. Ben Rhodes is the White House official, National Security Council official, who wrote the talking points on which Ms. Rice relied upon to spread these falsehoods. Judicial Watch uncovered those talking points. That led to the creation of the Benghazi Select Committee. This lawsuit we're in uncovered not only, well, another lawsuit by Judicial Watch uncovered the talking points, but then this follow-on lawsuit about Hillary's emails and the talking points uncovered the Clinton email issue. Benghazi's key to this issue about uncovering Clinton emails, and frankly, you know, when you look at the documents we've uncovered, you see links even between Benghazi and the current mess in Syria.
All right. I want to bring up the Americans we lost, because this has always had that human component to it, and sometimes people will talk about it and forget. We will never forget Ambassador Chris Stevens, Information Officer Sean Smith, and 2 CIA operatives, former Navy SEALs Glenn Doherty and Tyrone Woods. Tim Fitton, we'll bring you back when you get information on answers to the questions. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.